Alright guys, today we're here at 7777 East Main Street out here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today we're going to take a look at unit 164, which you can see right here on the sign is going to be right here in front of us. I think let's take a quick look at the community. So you can see how nice and quiet it is, how well kept all the landscaping is, how green it is. This is a fantastic, very quiet neighborhood. And then your parking lot where you would park is actually going to be right there. So the walk you have to your doorstep is maybe 2 minutes. So it's not bad at all. And then we'll come on inside. So this is actually going to be the unit right here. This is going to be kind of like the front deck area. And then the front door is actually going to be back here. Which I apologize, it's a little bit darker on camera. But you actually do have a light up here as well. So that's not something you're gonna have to worry about. And then we'll take a step on inside. And then as you can see, you step right into a fantastic looking home here. We have this really cool chandelier light right here as well. Which you actually have the switch for that right here off the front door. And then you also have an amazing kitchen, which we can actually go ahead and take a look at that first. As you can see, all stainless steel appliances. You get that really cool blue backsplash as well. So it adds, this is really modern feel to this home as well. And you can see, this sink is easily the biggest sink I've ever seen in my life. That is fantastic. Of course, you get your dishwasher hidden down here as well. So this is kind of the view you would have, say you're cooking breakfast or anything like that. You can see all the way out to the front of the unit. You got your main door right there. And then over here to the right, you're going to have kind of like a dual storage setup area. So this first one is kind of just like a normal closet. You could put like some shoes, really whatever you'd like to put in there. But this second one is kind of more like a in-kitchen pantry type of deal. So you can see you have floor to ceiling shelves. You have a ton of space for, all your food. Really anything you wanted to store in there, you could easily fit a ton of stuff in there. And then something that's kind of hidden when you walk in off this front door right here is these curtains. And if you look behind them, you actually have your washer and dryer in unit, which is something that's not super common in this part of town. So to have washer and dryer in the unit, and the actual washer and dryer itself are going to stay in the unit as well. So you won't have to provide your own. And then one of the coolest parts of this home is this little nook over here. So it looks like they have it set up so you could put maybe some wine bottles, anything you'd like to put up there. And you have a really cool little sink. So say you have multiple people over and you just need to wash your hands real quick. And somebody's using this sink, you could always just come over and use this one right here. So it just adds a lot of ease of use. It's just a really functional kitchen that you have. And then over here, as we're taking a look at, we have a huge living area. So let me walk all the way over to this side. And of course, you get your ceiling fan. And then this is kind of what you would see looking back the other way. And then of course, you get this beautiful flooring throughout as well. And then you actually have a sliding door right here that you can see right there. And that's kind of the view that you would have out of the front of the home. So as you can see, you get a really, really cool view as well. And then we'll step back this way and we'll have a really cool built-in storage area. Just a really great use of space here in uppers and lowers. And then walking through here to the left, we're going to have a guest bedroom, which is a huge, huge size room as well. So let me come over in the corner and you can see, you have a ginormous closet as well. It's actually 3 full doors. They all slide back as well. But a feature I really like is the mirrored doors as well. Because it makes the home feel even larger than it actually is, even though it's already a really nice size unit. And then of course we'll take a look out here. Another really nice view. So the one thing I want to point out is all of the windows have really cool, unique views. So like some homes, like a couple windows don't really have a cool view, but all of these windows, even this one over here, which we'll see here in a second, you get a really unique view, which is something that's awesome to have. And then we'll step into the guest bathroom, which you can see this really cool modern tile setup. You get like the built-in little shelves there as well. And then of course a really high quality vanity here as well. So this is a really, really high quality bathroom here, just like it is matching the rest of the home. And then here we're gonna have the primary bedroom, which we'll step into, and you can see you walk right into the bathroom, which has a really nice setup because you have a huge countertop for your sink here, but you also have a private, shower room. So again, you have the beautiful tile, the detachable shower head, another built-in shelving area as well. But say if somebody's taking a shower, you needed to be getting ready, you could easily just close that door, and each of you would have your own privacy. And then in here is the actual bedroom itself. So let me come on over here, and you can see how big the closet is, as well as the size of the room. And you also get this really cool little nook area. So you can see it kind of goes back a little way. So, it's a great place to put like a dresser or some extra storage, as well as this huge closet that you get. And then of course, you get another huge window with a fantastic view. Imagine waking up to this view every morning. So that's going to be about it for the tour of this home, guys. If you have any questions, you want to come see the unit for yourself in person, you want to inquire or even apply, you can go ahead and do that all through our website, which is rpmphoenixvalley.com. So just take a quick look at our site. We have all of our properties on there. This is a really, really nice, well-priced home, and it is beautiful, as you guys can see. So again, that's rpmphoenixvalley.com. Thank you guys for touring with me.